Thanks for tuning into the Channel Vision podcast, a new initiative from Channel Vision designed to showcase some of the most exciting companies, people, and trends in the channel. Today we're with Telesystem, and joining us today is EVP and Chief Business Development Officer Bruce Wirt. We also have Micah Rosales-Peterson with us, who was recently promoted to Channel Strategy Manager at Telesystem. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Great to have you here with us today. So first of all, I'd like to talk with Micah a little bit. Micah, you're really a rising star in the channel right now, and congratulations on your recent promotion. In addition, you also serve on the Channel Partners Advisory Board, and you co-chair the Communications Committee for the Alliance of Channel Women. Lot going on here. Wondering if we could kind of talk about some of your new roles and what you're accomplishing.
Yeah, so in my new role right now as Channel Strategy Manager, I am responsible for building and maintaining relationships within the master agent channel, representing Telesystem within this space as well, and developing market development funds and making sure that it's appropriate the way that we see fit with our strategy as well. So I'm very excited about this role. I think that it fits very well with what I'm already doing in the channel. And I'm ready to continue to build Telesystem's brand further in this space.
Fantastic. And what's new with the Alliance of Channel Women?
Yeah, so I co-chair the communications committee for the organization, and Telesystem is going to be the diamond sponsor for 2021. I'm sorry, which is the highest sponsorship that this year, and it shows just the commitment that Telesystem has to women in this space and diversity. I feel like our leadership at Telesystem cares so much about just empowering women and helping them rise in this space. You know, clearly my role, Bruce, has been great at making me be pushed forward. So I think it's a great company to work with. So if anyone's interested, we are hiring. We are hiring.
Shout it from the mountaintops.
Yes.
Fantastic. And how can we learn more information about the Alliance of Channel Women?
Yeah, so everybody can go on the website. It's allianceofchannelwomen.org, or you can reach out to me if you want to know more information. We are always looking for new members. Whoever wants to join, they can. We accept you with open arms.
So, Micah, thanks for that. Seems like you have a lot going on, and we look forward to following your progress. Now let's transition over to Telesystem. Bruce, why don't you provide an overview of who Telesystem is and what the company is working to accomplish?
You know, I'm 2 years into this role that I have as a leading executive in the front office, and the vision of what we set out to do, and when I say set out to do, I'm probably going back 5 years when we bought Line Systems and also Max South in Mississippi. We set out to be a national company and build the rest of the network organically. What we set out to do and what we've actually accomplished is nothing short of amazing. So we set out to be a true national brand, and the value proposition that we wanted to go to market with was to give partners on the agent side and more importantly customers something that was really left as a void, and that was an experience. So as things got more automated and more niche players started popping up in different product silos, the experience was going by the wayside. Instead of getting a person on the phone, people were routed to chatbots. And it's always nice to chat with somebody online when you need a quick solution for customer support. But when it's just an automated chatbot or somebody that can do nothing more than read a very defined script, it really doesn't help. So what we tried to do was build a program and a national strategy around kind of the death of the CLECs that happened in the early part of the last decade. Regional CLECs started to die, and there really wasn't a company that was focused on the additional layer of support that those CLECs were giving. So we wanted to take that national, and that's what we've done. We've built a white glove, customized solution approach to telecom, and we're doing it in all parts of the US. So our silos are communication, collaboration, infrastructure, networking, and security. And we have multiple product options in each one of those families. And we really try to design customized solutions within that framework for our customers. And we support it all the way through. So that's the biggest difference. I think there's a lot of providers. The term aggregator is used very liberally in the industry these days. There's a lot of providers that will put anything, including breakfast or lunch, on a bill and make it into an as a service. But what we try to do is really support everything that we bring to market, and that's the Telesystem difference.
Fantastic. So really that white glove approach is kind of baked into the company's core philosophy. It's really an integral part of what you're doing.
Absolutely, yeah. The support is the by and large the largest part of that value proposition.
Mhm.
Support and just walking the customer through the experience.
So now you mentioned, Telesystem has a national presence. How has the company scaled its operations over the years, and what do you think has made the company so successful?
So Telesystem grew out of, we own a small MSO in Northwestern Ohio called Buckeye Broadband. And Telesystem really started back in 96 as the commercial telecom arm of Buckeye Broadband. Wanted to take advantage of the rise of the CLEC and the breakup of the bells. And we wanted to start a CLEC out of that Buckeye Broadband territory and give our commercial customers a little bit different and better experience. So that's what we did. And we did that very, very well for a long time. We built thousands of miles of fiber route miles in Northwestern Ohio and Southeastern Michigan. And then in the early part of the 20 teens, we decided, well, let's take this to the next level and let's scale this nationally. So we went out and looked at a few acquisitions. One of them was Line Systems out of predominantly out of the Mid-Atlantic, headquartered right outside of Philadelphia. And they had a very large Type 2 network that stretched and provided customers in many parts of the nation. We bought Max South, which is a small MSO in Mississippi. And that gave us some assets there in the middle part of the country, the southern middle part of the country. And then organically, we just filled in the gaps. So from a UCAS standpoint, we have both BroadSoft and Metaswitch baked into our network. They're owned platforms, not just something that we're reselling, and they're geo-redundant really all across the country. So LA, Chicago, Dallas, Toledo, Mississippi. I'm missing some stuff in between New York. We have low latency availability for voice and Type 2 access almost everywhere you go in the country.
So I'd like to talk a little bit about your sales strategy. Are you offering a direct sales model or a channel model?
So that's another thing that has really come together over the last few years. So, my position when I first came into Telesystem was purely to put together a channel program out of the assets that we had. So I started in, I think it was May of 2016, late April, early May, and really was hired to put together a channel out of all of the assets that we were putting together at the time, and went to work with getting the right master agent relationships in place. And that was a 5-year journey. And we had a lot of employees that were concentrated in the areas where we acquired companies, and that would make sense. So what we really had to do was look at all of our employees, understand what they were best at, whether that was hunting or farming, and then slowly migrate the approach into a pure channel model from the standpoint of getting new customers. So when we acquire new customers, there was no way that we would scale a direct sales department in all corners of the country. That doesn't make a lot of sense financially. So you want to take advantage of partner relationships to do that, and you kind of pay for performance in that model. And then our direct sales people were kind of shifted into more account management roles. So when we look at our sales strategy now, we don't have a direct sales quote unquote program per se, but we have national channel managers that are focused, and they're focused on supporting our national master agents. So that's the Intelisys, the Telerises, AppSmarts of the world. I'm going to stop naming names because I'll leave somebody out and offend somebody. But national channel managers that are brand ambassadors and helping us to drive awareness down to the sub-agent level. That's what their job is, and ultimately produce revenue. And then we have regional channel managers that are assigned geographically, and their job is to work with the selling partners in a geographic region. They can work with any national master and drive revenue out on the ground. So there's an ecosystem approach to that. The account management team, once the customer becomes a customer, their job is to focus on wallet share and retention. And that's part of that white glove experience, Gerald. We want to handhold the process. We're as involved in the relationship as the selling partner wants us to be, but we can also be somewhat hands off and just give them information and give them little tidbits here and there of how we might suggest managing the account, but we wouldn't necessarily get our hands as dirty as we would with some customers and some agents. So it's a team approach to selling and managing the channel, and I think that's part of our uniqueness is bringing that and making that a strong part of our program.
So Bruce, thank you for the overview. What's next for Telesystem heading into 2021? What can we expect from the company?
Yeah, so we'll have much more. I think fanfare is a weird word, but I think you're going to see a lot from us in the master agent space. We're about to announce a very strong partnership with a new national master agent. So that I think brings our national masters up to 11. And we're trying aggressively to hire regional channel managers all across the country. So if I could do nothing more on this podcast than to really put the banner out there that we're hiring, that would be my goal. We are looking for regional channel managers that can support our efforts almost everywhere. I'll put a caveat there that we have the Mid-Atlantic through our acquisition of Line Systems and the Northern Midwest very much covered. Just brought on Ken Mercer, who is formerly from TBI. He was the executive vice president there for almost 15 years, and more recently Met-Tel. Ken's our regional channel manager in the Chicago, out of the Chicago market. We have people on the ground in Toledo. So I would say those three areas we're pretty much covered. Everywhere else is in play. It's been great. We've gotten tons of resumes, but can never have enough. And we'll continue to put people on the ground in different spots where we can add solid relationships and add to our program.
Bruce, how can we get in touch with you?
I would say telesystem.us is a great way to get information on the company. I would reach out to any of my regional channel managers or my sales leadership. You can find us on LinkedIn. So just look for, you can reach out to myself, or Seth Gibbs is quote unquote our channel chief. He manages the channel managers, both regional and national. And Robert Martin is our director of sales. It would take me forever to name all of the different people. But that's a great way to start, just doing that on LinkedIn. Or Micah is our channel strategy manager. She's all over the place, and you'll probably see a lot of posts from her. You'll see her ACW activity, her channel partners activity. So you can probably find us pretty easily if you look just a little bit.
Fantastic. As a reminder, we've been speaking with Bruce Wirt and Micah Rosales-Peterson from Telesystem. Go check them out. Bruce and Micah, thanks for your time. It's been great catching up with you, and we'll see you next time.
Gerald, I just want to say we appreciate the relationship with Channel Vision. Burge specifically has been just great to work with. For me personally, I think going on 15 years now, 2 different companies. And you guys are very easy to work with. You have great people, and you really make sure that advertisers get value out of the activities that we're doing with you, and we appreciate that.
Thanks, Bruce. We value the partnership. Looking forward to seeing you at a upcoming show. Hopefully, one of these days we'll get back out there, and we look forward to seeing you and the rest of the team again soon.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, take care.